Hello and welcome to Wolfman Gaming. This is my Metro Exodus Good Ending walkthrough, and this is mission 5, also known as the Taiga. And you can see here at the beginning that everything is going really quick. That is because I have sped up the beginning part of this level. This is completely devoid of enemies here at the beginning. I will slow it down when we get into the thick of things. But in this level, I will show you how to get a trophy called Decommunization by destroying a statue. And I'm also gonna show you how to get trophy Alyosha for not getting your friend hurt. And getting a trophy called, it's called either Forest Child or Child of Forest. Can't remember which one. And that one is the tricky one to unlock. First thing we're gonna do is save this guy, which will give us another good karma point. I don't think this is absolutely necessary, because on my first playthrough of the game I didn't save this guy. I was completely unaware that he was up here. So I just moved on my merry way. But we get our good karma point and then we can head on. And in this level, you can pick up quite a few trophies. There is another one called Stand Your Ground, which means that you will take on the bear boss on the first encounter. I will not be getting it in this walkthrough, because since I am not taking out any enemies, I'm gonna talk more about that. That will negate that trophy. Or by the way, here is the Decommunization trophy. Go up to this statue and shoot the head off. That will unlock Decommunization. But thing is, to get Child of Forest, you cannot knock any enemies out. You cannot kill anyone. You cannot be spotted. Sounds tricky, right? Well, to tell you the truth, it fucking is. But I will show you a great path through it. There is one place that is super finicky. Quick saving should be used generously throughout this level. And this level suffers from a design flaw in my perspective, because we need to wait for it to become nighttime, so we can start heading through these enemy camps without getting spotted. But in order to do so, we have to wait for nighttime to come. And I've been told that there are beds up in trees that you can sleep in, so it will change into nighttime. I didn't find any. I didn't know about them when I started recording this walkthrough. This little cutscene here, these guys talking to you, this will not negate any trophies. This is a scripted event. You will face off, or you will meet these guys. They will talk. They will tell you to piss off, not intrude on their territory, some shit like that. And what I'm gonna do now is stand on this bridge for 14 minutes, I think it took, for it to switch over to nighttime. You will not see it. You will see a transition very soon. I'm watching my light, and you see right there at around 8:34 my little lamp on my wrist goes out, so that means that we are concealed by darkness. And one of the reasons I recommend you use this method, I don't know if there are trees you can sleep in or beds in trees that you can sleep in, but when you sleep in a bed, it goes over to nighttime. But I don't know what time during the night, because I talked to a coworker of mine, and he said that he got to a point towards the end of this level where it started to switch over into morning. He slept in a tree, by the way. And I don't know if his path was longer than mine. But I recommend just stand that bridge, put down your controller, do not pause the game, because that will freeze everything in this universe. But just put down the controller, wait for around 10 to 15 minutes, and it will go over to nighttime. So now, to get through these camps, first thing you saw me do right here is make a loop around a little fence, a little playground. And we're gonna go up here on the edge, sneak in here, and we're gonna make a left. And this first part, or most of this blah blah blah. Most of this level, sorry about that. Most of this level is quite easy to sneak through, as long as you have a good path. But there is a part quite long into it that is, in my opinion, complete bullshit. Because whether the enemies spot you or not seems to be completely random. I'm gonna talk about that place when we get there. And as I said, be generous with the quick saves. Whenever you get past enemies on patrol or something like that, quick save. This is a great place to quick save. I need to get up another flight of stairs. I got a bit overzealous. So we're gonna swing around here. Gonna sneak in here and move up the staircase. So we can move over to this little grappling line so we can get into the next section. This entire level is divided into sections. So as soon as we get up here, there we have the grappling line. Anna is gonna contact you and we just latch on and go on our merry way. And I also said that you can't kill enemies. That was just me trimming out a short cutscene. You can kill animals. You are allowed to kill wolves, like I did there in the beginning. But since we are not taking out any enemies, we are not knocking anyone out. We're just trying to get through this as fast and smooth as possible. By the way, here I make a little mistake. Stay on the road. There's no danger here, just I got a little bit confused as where the hell I was supposed to go. But as I said, since we are not taking out any enemies, we don't have any ammunition. But the wolves will leave you alone as long as you follow this path. Because we are just passing by. Passing by, passing through, going on our merry way, don't want to disturb anyone. And this area is controlled by two gangs. They are the pirates and the forest dwellers. Don't know what they're officially called. And they strike me a little bit as big, slightly retarded children. Because they seem to play. Like they have a joke war in between them. They are not really enemies. Like, now, this week it's your turn to be the rulers. So they don't mean any harm. They are just playing, and that's me editing out another short cutscene. As soon as you get control of Artyom, we're gonna head out on this little road and we're gonna make a left up here and get our backpack back. Because what you didn't see at the beginning of this level, there is a woman called Olga, I think. And she is treated as a wise one, more or less, in this area. And here we have some enemies, so we're gonna swing over to the left and crouch for these bushes. But I think they see her as some kind of mother figure. She takes care of them, she settles disputes, and she doesn't want you or Alyosha to harm them. Alyosha is waiting at you, or waiting for you, at the other end of this level, so we are getting to him. And to unlock the trophy called Alyosha and in can't remember the word, but to unlock the trophy Alyosha, he cannot get hurt. And him not getting hurt depends on how you move through this camp. If you start killing people, Olga will get pissed because you have killed these nice guys that don't want any harm come to them or want to do harm unto others. Just want to go around and play house and play war. So she will hurt him. But if you go through without hurting anyone, she will think that you are nice guys. You are just trying to get back to your friends. You don't want to disturb anything, and then she will let you go in peace. And I think she gets a little crush on Alyosha, actually, because Alyosha is the smooth talker of the crew. He's the lady charmer. And here, this ladder, you grab it from this side. I was trying to make it more complicated than it needed to be. And now, I think we are very soon coming up to the first part that can be a little bit tricky. This guy, he's banging on his drums, and drummers are deaf. Believe me, I played in a few bands, I know. So we just move over to this side and we're gonna head up this ladder, and I think this is where the tricky part comes. First tricky part. This is not as bullshit as the part that comes up later. But it can be finicky, because we are gonna sneak past the guard and he is gonna get a hint at us. Yes, here it is. So before you sneak past this guard, if you haven't quick saved up to this point, well, now is the time to do it. First, I'm gonna try to get down on the walkway where we need to be. It can be a little bit tricky, so I'm just gonna head out through this hole. Be careful. And we're gonna make our way through this tower, and this is the guy I was talking about. Make a quick save right here. You saw that little save icon? That's a quick save. So we sneak past him, stay crouched, and listen. Because if you start hearing dramatic music, it means you have been spotted, and that will negate the Forest Child trophy. So if you get spotted, if you hear the dramatic battle music, just reload your quick save. Try again. It is a bit random whether he spots you or not. I found that out of the 3 attempts I did, I think he spotted me once, so it's like a 60% chance that he won't see you, which are pretty good odds. And as soon as you gotten past him, you will get to, you saw that other grappling line, so we can get out of that area and into the next section of this level. So far so good. We're making great progress. As you can see, this is quite a long level, but we are not gonna sneak through all of it. 2 guys in here, just be quick, go out to this grappling line. They are starting to spot me. You see a little white thing at the left side of the screen, but as long as you're quick. And you get a good karma point. I think for every section you get past without alerting anyone, you get another good karma point. Which also pushes you one step further towards getting the your destination end, which is the good ending of this game. Out here there are a few snakes. Try to avoid them if you can. I don't know if it's scripted that you get bit, but they don't cause too much trouble. Just run and try to jump over them. And here we're gonna have the first encounter with the bear. If you have killed people up to this point, you should have sufficient weapons and ammo and good stuff to fight him until he runs away, or she runs away. Not sure if it's a male or female bear. Also, I think there are a few weapons scattered around here. Might be. But we are not gonna fight it. If you want to, you can use this place to unlock stand your ground. Make a quick save before you cut this rope. Because when you cut it, this is where the bear enters. Big, ugly motherfucker. But we are gonna be quick on our toes. So as soon as we get control of Artyom again, we're just gonna run past him like real heroes. Cut the rope, ladder falls down, And we get the fuck out of there. We are gonna face off against him again later in this level, towards the end. But he can stand down there looking like an idiot. And we are gonna have another encounter with Olga. Because I don't know if I said it. At the beginning of this level, you fall into the river and nearly drown, and Olga is the one that pulls you out and saves your ass. And I don't know what I was going, where I was going with that generator. I don't know if there is a function for it. There might be, but if there is, I don't know. But either way, here she shows up, and she talks for a little while. And I have trimmed that out as always, trying to keep this as spoiler free as possible. But this is completely unnecessary on my behalf. I should probably have skipped this part. Olga instructs you that you need to get a boat to get out of here. And this is where this level becomes full on straight in the teeth bullshit. If you do not know how to quick save, if you haven't done it up to this point, you got past the guy in the guard tower, no problem, tucked your balls and just said a Hail Mary and went for it. Well, son, this is where shit can go so very wrong. And it starts here, where we steal the boat. Because right here is no problem at all. No enemies, completely devoid of them. So I'm running for my life, trying to be as effective as possible, because we are going down to the dock where the pirates have a little watchtower. See it right over there, where it's lit up. And we're gonna stay over here on the left, try to make as little noise as possible. I don't know if it's hard for you to see. I'm not quite sure how dark this video is on YouTube. I can tell you that as I'm narrating this, it's pretty fucking dark. But when you find this mushroom, you know you're right next to the ladder. But now we're gonna head down. And when you get down, quick save. Make sure that you're crouched, because that will make you make a lot less noise. And these guys have quite good hearing. They are not drummers. But try and see if I could get over this hill, and you can. I haven't reviewed this video actually before, or I haven't watched it prior to narrating, so I'm I do have a general memory of how it works out, but there are some parts that maybe I should have watched it before. But here, crouch down. Make sure that you're crouched and you have your weapon sheathed, because that will make you move faster. That is something I've talked about before. But now we're gonna steal our first boat. Here, just follow the light. You see those glowing mushrooms? You want to aim your boat straight in between them and just hold down R2 or right trigger if you're playing this on Xbox. Try to get out of there as fast as you possibly can. And hopefully you've gotten to this point and they haven't spotted you. And now is the time to drop another quick save, because this is the part I was talking about. This is so poorly designed. Make a quick save out here, because there is a guard on this bridge that he will walk over the bridge and start talking to a guard up there to the left in the house. Make sure that they are engaged properly in conversation before you make your move in here, because sometimes I think if you're a bit too quick, he will hear you and he will look over your way and you will get spotted. But get out of your boat as fast as you can, make a hard left, swing around into this building. So I almost got spotted, you may have heard it. And quick save in here. If you've gotten in here, great. make another quick save, because now we're gonna go up and we're gonna open the gate so we can move out of this area. So what you're gonna do is move around this corner, and we're gonna wait for this guard, because he's gonna swing in to the room where the switch is that we need to get to, and then he's gonna start moving out to the right and down that path, so we can head in and flip the switch. And you may see that there is also a guard over to the left, but he shouldn't present a problem. And this also, quick save here. Constantly quick save here. As soon as you know that you're safe, you're in an area where you aren't spotted, quick save. Because I cannot stress that enough. I don't want to sound naggy, but it will make things so much easier. But now he starts walking away, he stands there, and we're gonna sneak in, and we're gonna flip this switch. This will open the gate so we can get out of this area. Crouch down. Artyom will always stand up after you flip a switch. Be aware of this. Now, once again, quick save. Starting to know what I mean? And here we have it. Now we're gonna get back in this boat. We're gonna move under this bridge and make a hard left. And this is completely, you're completely down to the mercy of the game here. Do not quick save when you're back in the boat, because things can head south quickly. You see, they're starting to spot me, but I got lucky. Getting back, as soon as you get back in the boat and you start heading towards this area, as far as I know, whether the enemies spot you or not, that is completely down to the game. You're completely at the mercy of the game. I have no idea why they spot you sometimes or why they don't spot you. Probably it has to do with where they are in their patrol patterns. But to me, it just feels completely random. But if you get spotted, it's not your fault. Just reload. Try again. You will get it eventually. It may take you a few tries if you're really unlucky, but hopefully you shouldn't have too much problems. But now we have gotten past the stealth part of this level. Rejoice! We've gotten past the bullshit. And we move into this little hut and we start up a generator so we can power up a lift and head further up in, or head up actually, inside this building. This is one of those areas where I should have, thank you. I was just gonna say that I should have put my flashlight on. And in here you are free to loot for any resources. Don't linger for too long because you have prawns in here. Or they called shrimp. Can't remember which, but you know those big aquatic mutants. But generator powers up this fuse box and the lift or the elevator is just over to the right. But first, before we head that way, I'm gonna loot through these lockers. Because it's good to pick up. There are some arrows, there are some chemicals. I don't think you can use them too much. And don't waste any resources here, because after this, all that remains of this game is the last level. And before you head out on the last level, the Dead City, you will get a complete refill of filters, and I think you'll get a complete refill of ammo and that stuff. So just make sure that your gas mask is intact in that level. And I suggest you use the reinforced gas mask for that level. I'm gonna say that now because I've trimmed out quite a lot at the beginning of the Dead City level, because there is a lot of talking, more or less a long cutscene to begin the level. So if you're following this guide, equip the reinforced gas mask. That's my recommendation to you, because you're gonna be reliant on your gas mask throughout most of that level. And you don't want it breaking, because there are some tough enemies. There are quite a few there are quite a few mutants in that level. And in here, this is the Admiral. He's a neutral NPC. If you sit down by his table and talk to him, you can unlock a trophy called 5 o'clock tea. I have actually not unlocked it myself, but since you're in the neighborhood, feel free to unlock it. I think you'll talk to him, you'll play some guitar, drink some vodka, he will pass out, and you will go on your way, and you will have one more trophy or one more achievement added to your collection. And I will go for it as soon as I get my game back from my friend that has borrowed it. But I ran into him yesterday and he said that he was getting close to the end. He was actually at the end of this level when I was talking. When I talked to him, I bumped into him at the grocery store. But here towards the end of this level, we are once again gonna face off against the spiders. Awesome bunch. That is also something about the last level of the game. I would recommend, as I said, the reinforced gas mask. And also the, what's called, the enhanced flashlight. Or I think I always have the enhanced flashlight on, but it's good to have because that is quite a dark level, or if you prefer them, the night vision goggles. But here we have them, spiders, once again. My favorite part of living creatures in the world. No, I fucking hate spiders. I think they're disgusting. No animal needs that many legs, okay? But I am gonna try in this area. I suggest you just try to haul ass, because there is some kind of disturbance in here, so your flashlight will go out for a little while, and they are not super timid against your lighter. Try to light this torch to see where the hell I'm going. But you will not have too much trouble with these things if you try to be as quick as possible. In here, we are just gonna run. As soon as you get through the door, make a right, run to the end of the hallway, make a left, run through that door, and up this stairwell. Or it's called staircase. Either way. And now we can crawl through this little cable shaft thingy. Probably part of the ventilation. That was easy, wasn't it? And now we're gonna apply that same strategy again, because in this room there are lots of spiders, and there are some other kinds of spiders that are even worse than the regular ones. But we make a right and then a left and head for this staircase. Run up, be quick, because they are on your ass, son. They're chasing you. And we light this little lamp. That will probably tell them to fuck off and stay away. And up here we want to grab a fuel tank. I think it's this one over here. Because we're gonna need to power up this armored door so we can get out. And the generator is of course downstairs. Where else would it be? So make sure to pick up any good loot you find here. I think there's something in here as well. 1 bullet and 4 chemical resources. 1 bullet for a weapon I don't even have on me. But when we get down, run into this little hut. And in here there is a lamp as well, so they will stay out of here. And when we power up this generator, we will get the lights on again. Or at least I think so. Sound lights? Yes. And as we all know, the spiders are afraid of light, or they are hurt by light, to be even more accurate. But let's not linger. because the light is quite dim, so we just haul ass back to the staircase. Or we pick up a mushroom on the way, why not? Come on, Artyom. And just checking to see if there's anything more useful, and there wasn't. So we open this, I think. Very slow to open this door. And now we're gonna take on the bear. Or we're soon gonna take on the bear. And around that area where you fight it, over here is a workbench. If you feel that you need to do anything, I suggest that you save your resources. Maybe, if you don't have any med kits, make 1 or 2. Sell for 1, because this fight is not very hard. It can be very stressful at the beginning. First time you do it, when you don't know how it works. But if you are aggressive and you use fire, you will take down this bear quite quickly. And also, as I said, in the last level you will get a complete refill of medkits and filters and ammo and whatnot. And just take the weapons that you feel comfortable with going into that level. And don't run at the beginning when you get out of that work shed. I took fall damage because I ran and apparently the hill was a little bit too steep. So Artyom became airborne and don't know what the fuck happened if he sprained his wrist when he landed. Stupid. Happened to me also in the Volga level. By the way, here is the bear. As soon as you get control of Artyom, down to your left there is a Molotov and stuff like that. I like to equip the fire arrows and throw a Molotov. Always make sure that you hit the bear with the Molotov. And while he's stunned, try to get a few shots in. I use these explosive arrows because I think they make a little bit more damage. And then we're gonna move over to the other end of this arena. There are 2 Molotovs and 4 fire arrows. And here he comes once again. Don't be too close when you throw the Molotov because you will sustain fire damage as well. But just throw a Molotov, stun him, and don't aim down sights. Because Artyom will not reload his weapon if you aim down sight, which is really stupid. And I throw in another Molotov and I think that's it. Starts rolling around and I throw in yet another one. Getting frisky with the Molotovs. But after you've damaged him enough, he will charge you. That is scripted, and he will come at you again. But he will fall off the cliff and you will meet up with Alyosha and Olga and you will head towards the end of this game and the final level. So I want to thank you very much for watching and I will see you again in my next video. So until next time, this is the Wolfman signing off.